just lifted well in the snatch competition.
Yeah, well, as we can see on screen now, 172 is the winning lift on the snatch. The problem we've got is that he was down to come out as the first on the clean and jerk. Only 10 minutes to warm up. We're just looking at the scoreboard. He's actually upped his starting weight to 185. That only buys him 3 more minutes.
So about to get this clean and jerk competition underway. The winner of the snatch competition was Bulat of Moldova, but he's having to gamble a little bit and up his weight because he was going to have to come straight back onto this stage with almost no time to warm up. So we'll see what he ends up doing. And interesting to see here, Tovmasyan is a good clean and jerk lifter, but he's out early.
Well, he's struggling here. He had a 193 posted from the weigh-in a couple of hours ago. He's brought that right down to 184. So he's obviously struggling. He was struggling psychologically with the snatch, only able to execute his first attempt, having lowered that starting weight. Came out and deadlifted the next 2. So whether this is an injury or whether it is a psychological battle that he's having today, either way, he's going to be well out of contention for any medals. And this really is just to make a total.
Tightens his belt though, and away he goes. No, it's not going to happen today for Tovmasyan. All sorts of problems up there.
Well, he's looking at his hand. That's irrelevant. You know, you can blame a rip or a tear in your hand, but at the end of the day, that's minor pain. This was never in his head, never there psychologically, and he's in a spot of Bulat. And you know what? This actually bodes really well for Yuri Bulat, who we just said is having trouble in the clean and jerk in terms of warming up in time. He's probably okay now that Tovmasyan is messing around with his first attempt. He's going to be following himself 2 minutes. That gives Bulat a little bit more time to prepare and warm up. So I think Bulat could have been saved by Tovmasyan's disappointment.
Yeah, very good point, because as soon as that last snatch lift finished for Bulat, the coaches would have taken over and done what was needed to be done. Bulat would have had to have done what to get himself ready?
He would have, based on the scoreboard as it was, he would have had to have gone straight back into the warm-up room. Probably would have taken 60 kilos, 100, 120, and he'd have taken those lifts in probably fairly quick succession to then buy himself a little bit of recovery time on his remaining clean and jerks. The problem he would have had is he wouldn't have had any time to just loosen off with the bar and refamiliarise himself with the different positions.
So Tovmasyan, Bulat's new best mate, comes back out onto the stage. But it's a sorry situation for him at the moment. Now you're saying, yes, mental, because there's no obvious physical issue here. He's not clutching at a leg or a back or something like that. He just looks like everything's too heavy today.
Well, I just can't see him doing this. His head, he's lost his head after the first snatch that obviously felt heavy. To come out and bottle your first clean and jerk, this is a massive psychological problem he has. And if he misses this, I think I would withdraw him from the competition, give him a thick ear and send him back home.
No surprise, it doesn't get any easier. So second attempt at 184 for Tovmasyan, and it's exactly the same thing again. We're not getting any sort of attempt. That's 4 deadlifts in a row now from him.
That's it. It's all to do with the thumb.
Sympathetic applause from the crowd here in Tbilisi.
Well, this is far from impressive in terms of lifting in an A group. This is not what we expect to see. Maybe on a third attempt, going for a new personal best, you're in uncharted territory. You know, that's when the pressure's on and that self-belief or self-doubt, one can override the other. But on a first attempt, having lowered your starting weight, if it's a back problem and he's unable to do it, then pull out. But right now, it's not overly impressive.
No, he's not a happy man. Let's spare a thought, because those of you that have had a tough time of it in sport over the years will be understanding what he's going through right now. This is horrible. Not a great place to be. Just trying to keep himself away from the cameras, keep himself away from the coaches, and they may just play a little tactical card here, but I think all pretty pointless for Tovmasyan. I don't think he's going to record a weight in the clean and jerk section. So that is the man from Armenia, Agassi Agassian, Disappointing snatch competition for him at 153. There's Anakan. Bronze medal last time out in the European Championships, just going through his weight. Very good clean and jerk exponent. Same reaction all over the world, isn't it, when you see yourself on the big screen? Yes, a lot of posturing and pacing around behind the scenes. That was a quick shot of Bardes just putting some chalk on, the Frenchman who performed very well in the snatch competition. But it is going to be Agassian next to the stage. So 153, Michaela, he's got a lot of damage to repair.
Yes, he does. He looks very nervous coming onto the platform for his first attempt. Huge personal best, though, of 215 kilos, 215, which was set back in 2011, so he's clearly not in that kind of shape. But 185 you would still expect to be well within his capabilities.
Yes, only Anakan can match him on a PB in the clean and jerk.
Oh,
And it's, dear me, it's turned into a deadlift competition.
Well,
and that was worse than Tovmashin's.
That's it, another thumb.
Pesky thumbs.
Well, it really has slowed the competition down, and I'm sure the Moldovans, Bulat, will be very appreciative of this extra time.
Well, for him, I mean, that's basically put him back in contention.
Well, yeah, but he would have... There we go,
he
comes up now. But nonetheless, he would have still had to rush through his warm-up. You can see him still blowing.
He's a bit of a dude, isn't he? I like the strut up onto the stage, belt over the shoulder. But it's about what you do, and he's already walked the walk and talked the talk in the snatch competition. Now, if he can just get this one away, then that might just give him a little bit more breathing space again, and he can get his head straight for another 2 attempts. But your suspicion here, Michaela, is that he'll come up at 185 and it'll be just a little bit too far.
Well, I think he's well capable of this weight. I just hope he's had sufficient time to recover.
No messing through the first phase, and no, not quite there. It's been very hard work backstage to get through the warm-ups, and he's still not quite enough time for him to be ready for this. Well, that will be disappointing for Yuri Bulat if he's not able to capitalise on that great start in the snatch. Well, the clean and jerk at the moment is a non-starter, and I mean that literally. We haven't had a single lift at the moment, so Agassian comes back out at 185. So far we've had 4 misses. This is Agassian's second attempt. Waiting to see when Tovmashin comes back in. He's posted 186 at the moment, so the Dutchman with his last throw of the dice. Bulat has also missed at 185, and there's...
I can't believe what we're seeing.
This is quite bizarre. I haven't seen anything like this for a long time.
Well, only yesterday we were saying how well the women were going. We literally got 3/4 of the way through the competition, and every lift had been a good lift. In contrast, we're now seeing so far in the clean and jerk here, every lift is a bad lift. And I think somebody wants to go backstage and tell these guys this is weightlifting, not powerlifting. And he's holding his head as if to say, what am I doing? And I quite rightly agree with him. What are you doing? Two lifters here that have failed 2 lifts each, and under a lot of pressure.
Nowhere near what they have established as PBs in days gone by. So these weights are perfectly within the realms. Bulat is the only man to get the weight above his head so far.
Well, let's hope he can succeed with this. Let's get the competition back on track. There's your winner of the snatch, has the legs to stand, needs to really drive now. And it's there, needs to stand still. Wow, that's a relief. A relief because of how quickly he's had to rush through the warm-up. But he's in the competition. He can now have probably a few minutes before he will be called back to the platform for his 3rd and final attempt.
Bit of mental toughness here from Yuri Bulat.
Good composure.
Yeah, records 172 in the snatch, 185 in the clean and jerk.
Just holding his wrist as he comes off the platform. dropped his chest as he stood from the clean. That pulled him forwards onto his toes. Good straight dip and drive, body nice and straight under the bar. Job done.
We were wondering whether Matasidis' total of 192 in the clean and jerk, the Greek athlete from the B group that won that B group competition, would be competitive, and it's got a chance of being so, actually.
Well, yeah, he's got a 192 posted, and with these lifters messing around with some of the weights that we're seeing at the moment, he's got a chance of finishing quite well on the clean and jerk.
Agassian then back out for his third and final attempt at 185, which will give him 153, 185, well below his best.
Well, he's had 3 good attempts at deadlifts, but that's about it.
That was just, oh well, very, very difficult. Always easy to talk from the commentary chair, but Michaela, you've been there and you've done it under these circumstances.
I have, and I've deadlifted as well. I've bottled it. There's been a number of times on the big stage where the brain takes over, but it's been on, you know, weights that are literally new weights that I've never lifted before. And sometimes it happens in training. You have these psychological blips, but to come out and do 3 deadlifts, three times bottling it on a big stage is unforgivable, and I think his coaches will be giving him a stern word.
Yes, and 30 kilos below a personal best that he has set. So Agassian doesn't record a weight, and Giovanni Bardis heads out at 186. Good snatch competition for the Frenchman, getting a PB under his belt. Just unlucky actually to miss at 172. Now, how's he going to be in the clean and jerk? We've got 1 lift so far recorded by Bulat.
Oh, nearly went out the back door. That's so hard to stand with a dead weight. Lost all momentum. Really good recovery. Bardis is coming into this competition in superb form. Personal best of 191. He's starting only 5 kilos below, so he really does want something out of this event.
But the different mentalities. I mean, there was adversity here in this lift, and he got through it.
Well, watch here. Just right back on his heels. Lost the bounce of the bar, lost the momentum, has to stand with a dead weight. That is so hard. Still found the legs to drive to arm's length. Brilliant lift.
Good work then. Bardis is in the game. 186 takes over in the lead for this clean and jerk.
I'm just wondering whether or not we're going to see Tovmasyan coming out again. Yes, we are, for a 3rd attempt at the deadlift. Seriously, what do you think? Is he going to commit to this? Maybe he's gone back into the warm-up room. Maybe he's done a couple of good lifts just to, you know, possibly sharpen him up.
Possibly.
Hopefully.
But I think we're clutching at straws, let's be honest.
Well, I hope he gives it a good go.
It's almost like both he and Agassian have had to go through and tick the boxes. Got 3 attempts, take all 3, but he's not even been close. And that's a great effort to commit to at least getting it into that receive position, but well, it's not been a good day.
That's a gutsy effort to get underneath the bar, having bottled it twice. Give him credit for that, but he should never have found himself in that position. That's a real shame. I think time to put this competition behind him. Move on, come back next year in better shape mentally.
Alexei Yufkin suffering the same indignity as Agassian and Tovmasyan in the snatch competition, not able to record a weight there, so he's out of the overall, but still has an opportunity at a medal here. But you'd have to say, on the form you saw from him in the snatch, it's going to be tough going to push 190 here.
Well, the starting weights are fairly close together, so anything's possible. But he needs to have put the disappointment of what happened in the snatch behind him and come out here firing on all cylinders, and that clean was fairly impressive.
Oh dear. Well, beautiful speed through the first movement, but just cannot get it up above his head, and he just looks weak through a couple of phases. Just doesn't look on it.
Well, the clean was strong. The jerk went to arm's length, no problems. He definitely has the leg strength. Just watch here, stands up aggressively. Just body was slightly back from the bar whilst overhead, only a fraction. Hips and shoulders a fraction behind the bar. He'll have that on the next attempt, I'm sure.
Again, good technical lifting from Yufkin, but just didn't have the strength to finish that one off. Alexandru Dadoglu strutted on stage for that opening snatch and looked really good at 164, and then just couldn't quite follow it up and finish off. That was left to his teammate Bulat, but he's come out for this clean and jerk looking nervous again.
Well, 190, he's pushed his starting weight to 190, best of 195. He's starting close. So pressure lift. Good speed, good power.
Yes, can he stand it still? It's there, right close to the edge of the envelope for that man, but Dadoglu once again puts himself in contention.
Yeah, he looks nervous. Every right to be after the snatch, but he's in the competition. He has a total. The question is now, what is he really capable of? How close can he get to staying in contention for the medals?
That's 165, 190 that he's recorded, so he's definitely in the mix. Still waiting to see Anakan come in. Pizzolato as well, the Italian junior, not made an appearance yet. And from Bardas's point of view, well, he's just going about his business. 186 opener after a good 164 PB in the snatch. Moves it up. What's this gone up to? 190?
190.
Yep. Just to keep his excellent day ticking along. Oh my goodness me.
Slightly in front, and we said yesterday in the split jerk position, if the bar is slightly in front, you have the opportunity to move back underneath it, and he did that very well. Just slightly off balance. I'm not sure how many more kilos he's got in him. The clean was hard work, maybe 2 or 3 for his third attempt.
That's 2 fighting lifts though from
It
the
is,
Frenchman.
and he's working hard, technically very good. Just had a minor stumble on the recovery, but it's a good lift, 190 on the board.
His compatriot Anakan yet to step into this clean and jerk competition. Back out comes Bulat. That failure at 185 in the first round has rather restricted what he can go to. So a little bit of a push here to 190, adds those 5 kilos. And from his point of view, this will be a single kilo above his personal best. Under the circumstances, though, done very well.
Well, yes, he has. If successful with this lift, he will spend the next 20 minutes, half an hour in the warm-up room, watching and waiting to see where he will finish.
Final lift then for Bulat.
Needs this?
No. No. Unfortunately, just a little bit beyond him.
Well, he's still in the lead. Question is, how long will he stay there for? And will he be able to stay? Will that lead from the snatch give him enough of a cushion in the clean and jerk? Time will tell. Back to the warm-up room to watch the rest of the competition unfold.
Yes, and it's going to be a nervy weight as well for Bulat. So 172, 185 gives him 357, which puts him to the top of the overall rankings. Just ahead of Dadoglu and then Giovanni Bardis, who's having a fabulous day. But we've got a lot still to come in this competition. And time for this Italian junior to take this one on. And just a reminder that 192 still stands for Marasidis, the Greek B group competitor in the clean and jerk. So we're not there yet. Pizzolato then. Been very entertaining. He's enjoyed his competition.
Well, he's maybe had a problem or two in the warm-up room. He's lowered his starting weight down to 191. I'm assuming when he took his last lift, he failed it. Well, that was easy. Very strong in the legs. Slightly rough position in terms of placement of the feet.
Oh, to be young again, though, to be able to do that with your
Look
body.
at the size of those legs.
Goodness me. He's happy with that one. 191 then for Pizzolato, and he's got 2 lifts to impress.
Tremendous leg power, leg strength. Stands with ease. Always makes the jerk a lot easier. Back back foot sticking out to the side. I quite like it to be pointing forwards just to protect the knee joint a little bit. Body underneath the bar, hardly even split, very wide at all. Good lift.
18 years of age and is definitely in the clean and jerk competition. Mikolai Novakar then for Belarus to enter the fray at 192. Already a good effort from him on the snatch.
Will hardly let the bar come to rest on his shoulders before going straight into the jerk. Stand still. That's a good lift.
All been about saves for Novakar today, and there's another good one. 192 then, he's on the board, and this competition starting to warm up very nicely indeed. Still got Anna Khan, remember, to enter, the bronze medalist from last year. Men's 85 kilo category well underway. We're into the clean and jerk phase now, and Martasidis from the B group is still looking good on 192. Novakar up there with him, but can't quite match him on the body weight. And after a sluggish and, well, slightly embarrassing start, Michaela, for some of the athletes, it's starting to look good now.
Yes, take out the two athletes that entered the powerlifting competition. Then we've got a good competition unfolding. All of the athletes remaining now, all of them have a chance of medaling, not just on the clean and jerk, but in the overall total. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse as Bardis comes out for 194. This a 3 kilo personal best, and this will really give him a good chance of stepping up the ranks on this year's European Championships. Does he have the legs to stand with this clean? That's the question.
Yeah, that was the problem, wasn't it, at 190? Must be buzzing. He's performed quite brilliantly today. Oh, yeah, he's got the legs just.
Does he have the legs left to drive that bar overhead? Splits wide.
No, he tried.
Oh,
he tried so hard.
That was a really gutsy effort. He gave it everything. He was at a limit on the clean. And when you work that hard to stand in the first phase, it's so hard to find the legs for the jerk.
So just like the snatch, misses his last attempt. He didn't want to let this competition go, did he?
A gutsy effort. I think he'll look back and be proud of how well he's done. It's a shame.
First little slip on the split just did for him. But Bardis can hold his head high because 164, 190 is two numbers, so that's pretty close to what we know he can do as a best. Now in comes Dodoglu. He'd already come out at 190 to post a number, but now this is going to get serious because Anaka, I think he's going to up the stakes, isn't he, after this?
Well, it's Dodoglu's second attempt on 195. Eneke posted 195 also, but has now gone up to 198. Eneke just
good spot.
Content to wait and see what everybody else can do. Give himself 3 attempts then to put himself up in contention.
Dodoglu then to stay in the hunt for medals. Without Enakan on the board, he's in 3rd position overall.
Strong clean, just chest lowered slightly as he came up. Good drive to arm's length, nice and solid in the overhead position.
Well done, Dodoglu. That's a great lift from him. And in the end, you can post what numbers you want, but it's the weight that you lift that counts, and he's done that consistently well.
Nice and explosive, drops under the bar, elbows quite low, nearly allowed that bar to slide off his chest.
This competition's going to get very interesting over the next few minutes. Pizzolato says he's coming in at 196. We've still got Anakan to enter the competition, and Mr. Yufkin's having a bit of fun as well for Russia, having failed at 190.
Yufkin may not. Well, will he come out for his second and third attempts? Who knows? But yeah, he's not had a good day. Bombed on the snatch, missed his first clean and jerk on 190, has now posted 200. I think he's just going all or nothing, an attempt at a gold medal on the jerk. But Benjamin Eneke, if he can come out on a 198, that should potentially catapult him straight up into the lead with 2 attempts to follow. Time will tell.
There we go, then Novikov, 192 as an opener. Already performed well in the snatch, and in with a genuine medal opportunity here. 197, and that looked very smooth. No, 195, my apologies, it's up.
195, working hard to stay still, and he's got it.
Yeah, he'll take that 3 kilo increase then for Novikov, and as he's done for the remainder of this competition, he's bounded off stage, still looks full of energy.
Well, surely we are going to see Eneke join the competition very soon. Maybe just Pizzolato of Italy to come out beforehand.
Yeah, it looked like Pizzolato was going to come out, then he backed off and stuck another kilo on. Interesting first lift from this young man. That's 18 years of age, remember. Incredible leg strength, and managed to muscle it through with that 191 lift. But this is a very different demand, and this just might catch that technique out with the foot when we go to the split. Not quite there.
Just 18 years of age, he's got a lot of stabilising to do. I think he needs a lot more repetitions just to become that bit more consistent. He's got the strength, he's got the power, just needs to sharpen up now, and that years of experience will favour him in the latter years.
Well, keeping us guessing is Benjamin Eneke of France, still yet to enter this clean and jerk phase of the men's 85 kilo competition. At the moment, Novikov leads just ahead of Dodoglu and Yuri Bala, who did very well to recover so close to his snatch lifting to get out there and at least record some numbers. Bardis has had a good day for France as well. We've got Yufkin messing about a bit backstage. He's saying that he's coming out at 200. Anakan, we suspect, will come in at something like 198. Well, at least he's there backstage now and ready to go. Pizzolato has 1 attempt left. We'll see if he's going to stick on 196. And if he does, he'll be the next man onto the stage. And there's Yufkin. He hasn't actually made a lift today, the Russian.
Well, it's been somewhat a disappointing competition so far for the Russians, but Yufkin has a personal best of 210, so it's a weight he is capable of, and if successful, could well guarantee him a medal on the clean and jerk.
Yes, that's the only medal available to him.
Well, it's a 185, I think, 190 on the 185, I think, on the bar. Just popping one up to stay sharp, to keep the legs firing.
Second go then at 196 for Antonino Pizzolato. The Italian junior, 155 in the snatch, but much better clean and jerk exponent.
Ooh, almost collapsed.
Yeah.
Is that an elbow touch, maybe? I'll have a quick eye to see the elbow touches, see the frustration. Well, he'll come back more experienced next year. That obviously meant a lot to him. Just watch the elbows, they're not allowed to touch the knees. Oh, I don't even know if they did, they were forwards of the knees. But from where the referees were sitting, I guess they could see better than we can. So that's him done and dusted. Finishes on a 3.46 total.
Well done to Pizzolato. Dodoglu, 190, 195. Real battling performance from both Moldovans today. But Dodoglu now with a genuine medal opportunity in the overall as well as this clean and jerk competition. Just goes for a 2 kilo raise to 197. He's going to have to work for this one. This would give him the lead ahead of Nikolai Novikar. Big shout through that first phase. And the jerk is good. Oh, it's very good. And that's superb lifting from Alexandru Dodoglu.
Well, he's guaranteed a medal. Question is what colour? Only really Novikar now and Eneke can push him down, and we're confident that Eneke is going to come out on a first attempt and take the lead. But he's put himself in the best possible position. He's in the lead on the clean and jerk at the moment, in the lead on the total. 2 lifters remaining. He's guaranteed a podium finish. Great lifting. Good job.
Single kilo up on Novikar. Bulat, his compatriot, hanging on in 3rd position. We're yet to see whether Yufkin will come out again. But this is the man. After bronze at last year's European Championships, this is a golden opportunity here, literally, for Benjamin Eneke. And this would complete that CV of his very nicely indeed. This then, the first of 3 attempts to take this European title. And he comes into the competition at 198. Oh, it was a gamble.
I think he's okay.
He's having to hold that a long time.
Well, I thought the left elbow was a little soft, but I think he'll get away with it.
Well, he got away with one on the snatch, didn't he, as well? And he had a bit of a laugh about it as he came off stage. We're waiting to see the lights for confirmation. And there it is. He's got 3 white lights, 198. Benjamin Eneke moves into the lead for France.
Well, he's in the lead. The worst he can finish now. Well, what's the worst he can finish? Second, maybe. He's guaranteed himself a medal. Can he now hold on to that gold medal? I think it's going to take a good lift by Novikar to have a chance.
Yeah, that's, well, realistically in the overall, that's the only man that can beat him. Yufkin also is still technically in there in the clean and jerk competition. He's coming back out at 198, having threatened a 200. To be honest, he hasn't threatened much today, Yufkin. Technically still very, very good. And he's found it. He's actually found it. Oh, my goodness. So Yufkin shifts 198. And that puts him right up there for a medal shout after what has been a very disappointing day for him so far.
Well, he's in with the medal shout only on the clean and jerks. Remember, he bombed out on the snatch. Might now push Novikar up to 199 for his final attempt. He's putting pressure on for the medals on the clean and jerk, and he's got a few more kilos in him if he wants it.
Good effort from Yufkin. So a few late surprises in this clean and jerk phase. Yufkin still in there after a disappointing miss at 190. Novikar's last lift, his hand has been forced. He goes from 195 to 198. He's in 3rd position on the overall at the moment. And this to guarantee him that overall medal.
One needs to keep pushing.
Oh, no, and it's out the back door. That's so unlucky. I think Novikar, that means he'll have to settle for bronze.
Out of the medals on the clean and jerk, but it was a gutsy effort.
So 195, the best he could manage, but combined with his 166 in the snaps, that's 361, good enough for 3rd place on the overall standings. Dodoglu in 2nd on 362, but Eneke has got it tactically just right.
Well, the only person that can take away the gold medal on the clean and jerk is Alexei Yufkin of Russia. He will, if I'm right, just sit back and watch Eneke now and see what he needs to do, trying to salvage something from the competition. But in picture now, Benjamin Eneke, we're looking at the European champion 2015. Brilliant result.
2 lifts to go then. Great improvement from that bronze medal last year. Missing a couple of big names from this tournament. Russia in particular resting a lot of their stars at this European Championships. Now Eneke comes out at 199. No, 202, my apologies.
Well, he only needed 199 to take...
Yeah, that's caught us out a little bit, but
well,
he's going to do it in style, I guess. That's the
theory.
He's
going to give it a go. 202.
So there is a medal still to fight for. Eneke versus Yufkin for the clean and jerk gold. Eneke with that slight advantage courtesy of having 2 lifts left to Yufkin's 1. A little rock back ahead of the pull, and away we go. Good strength into the first position. Now the jerk. No.
Oh, dizzy. I was going to say, body was starting to shake under the bar. When that bar is sat on the windpipe, there's not much you can do. It cuts off the oxygen to the brain. As soon as the world around you closes in, it's time to drop it.
A little bit of experience from the 30-year-old told him when to get out.
He's going to have wasted quite a lot of energy. This was a hard clean. Oh, see the body quivering there.
He's gone. So Yufkin still in it.
He's going to have a go at this. This will put the pressure back on Eneke if successful. Only good enough for a medal on the clean and jerk.
So same weight as Eneke, 202 kilos. Eneke's body weight, 84.40. Yufkin actually has a slightly heavier body weight.
Well, he's going to, his coaches would have seen the previous lift from Eneke and made the call that they don't think he will succeed with his 3rd attempt. They think this will be enough for the gold on the clean and jerk. Well, not like that.
Goodness me, well, a long list of deadlifts and dropped weights. Yufkin adds to them. So 198, his solitary clean lift in this competition, and it's going to be good enough to get him the silver medal in this clean and jerk. So there's confirmation. Eneke's 198. But he's going to have one more crack at this 202. The European champion then looking to finish this competition on a high. And well done to him. It's been a very good career, and to be still lifting this well at 30 years of age is a superb achievement. But the European title, very, very nice way just to put that little bit of gloss on the career. It's a good CV anyway. But he's got himself a big championship medal.
More convincing on the clean this time. Gets the oxygen in.
Go on.
Great drive to arm's length.
Nicely done, and that's what we like to see. Good, strong finish to a competition from a very strong man. Eneke enjoying his moment in the spotlight. The European champion picks up another gold for today. Clean and jerk and overall, and France have a champion here in Tbilisi.
Really strong clean, better than the 2nd attempt. Couple of quick breaths, get the oxygen in. Nice drive to arm's length, manages to recover, job done.
Quite a fiddly competition for him today, wasn't it? He kept himself out of it in the clean and jerk, posting that bigger total to start with.
The lifters won't really know too much about what's happening on the competition stage. They will let the coaches worry and stress about that. They will just do what they've got to do. So he probably has absolutely no idea what anybody else has lifted. He's just kept himself to himself, focused on his own game plan, let the coaches do the worrying about the scoreboard, and he's come out and executed. European champion 2015, great result.
So Benjamin Enikan claims the gold medal in the clean and jerk and the overall. And that's just ahead in the overall competition of Dadoglu and Novikov of Moldova and Belarus. Good lifting from those two, but confirmation that Alexei Yuvkin, with one clean lift in the day, will be walking away from the stage with a silver medal.
Well, he pinched that one.
Yeah, not bad return there for his one lift. Shame for Yuvkin that he couldn't register something in the snatch, because that would have put him right in there. So an interesting end to this competition. It was a bit of a sluggish start to the clean and jerk, but once it got going, then it was very good indeed. And I'm delighted to say that Enikan managed to, in the end, lift that 202 kilos weight to post his final total. And there he is, your European champion, adds to his bronze medal from last year. Confirmation that 367 is good enough to take the title by 5 kilos from his nearest challenger, Dadoglu, and then Novikov just holding off a spirited effort from Bulat to make it bronze medal for Belarus. But it is Enikan that is the European champion here in Tbilisi. Well, busy day of lifting at Mikhailin. We've got another busy day tomorrow to come. Let's take a look at our timings for tomorrow. Hope you can join us 7